Hey, mate, say, mate. Yes, definitely. I definitely take that fight. I definitely want that. Errol Spence Jr. looks like he is in shape. Find out more in this video. Ego Weight Watchers, aka Ill. Why I give you a look into the fighter lifestyle, before, after, and progress pics, especially if they have an upcoming fight. Now, we don't know exactly for a fact when Mr. Man Down, hey, strat season, Errol Spence Jr. will be back. However, I am happy to report that Errol posted this picture and you can see him in the wife beater and in the tank top. You can see he's in shape, which is great news. Errol Spence is coming off a very bad loss to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford had his number, dropped him a couple of times. So Errol Spence as a pro finds himself in unfamiliar territory where he hasn't really been. So I'm definitely interested in the comeback of Errol Spence Jr. I've always been a fan of Errol Spence's style of fight. I'm happy to see that he looks like he's chilling. He's growing his hair out, probably on a date with his wifey, and keeping his weight down. Errol Spence notoriously used to mention before his accident ballooning up in weight, where he would tip the scales at 180, 190 pounds. So Errol Spence in the past, when he was younger, had some discipline issues with just straying too far from his campaign weight. And if you know my channel and the Ego Weight Watchers series, which I've been doing for many years now, I've always said the same thing. You know, props to Errol Spence for making weight, but I think fighters, all fighters, no matter who you're with, whatever your style is, would be better suited by fighting at a weight class that's comfortable for them and not straying too far from that in their off season. I think you just produce better. This new generation, especially this young generation, it's insane how and what they do to their bodies. The only reason some of these guys like Devin Haney and others are able to get away with it, even Jerron Boots Ennis is another one that comes to mind that's extremely big for the division. But these young guys in their 20s, they can get away with it, namely because they're in their 20s. So your body is less demanding. It recovers and bounces back, I would say, easier. Your body's more pliable and malleable. And overall, it's just more forgiving. Your body's your temple, but you can do a little bit more the younger you are. Errol Spence, he's over the 30 mark, so you know he's at the second chapter of his career. Most fighters, you look at top fighters like Oscar De La Hoya, I believe he was like 20, he was like 35 when he actually retired after the Pacquiao fight. So through advancements in modern medicine, and depending on your style and how much punishment you've taken, you can last a bit longer in this kind of generation. But at the end of the day, you're still in the second chapter of your career. So glad that Errol Spence is in shape. I don't know what's next. Now, you see him on screen with Sebastian Fundora. This has been a rumored fight that Errol Spence could fight Sebastian Fundora. My thoughts on the fight: great fight. Definitely would be an easy sell in Dallas. And I also think it's an extremely dangerous fight for Errol Spence. Errol Spence, you look at him in this picture and you look how big Sebastian Fundora is. He's just lanky. He's huge. I mean, I get it. He lost to Brian Mendoza, but that was a tough fight for Brian Mendoza up to that point. So Errol Spence definitely had a height disadvantage versus a guy like Fundora. And it'd be a dangerous fight because Errol Spence keeps finding himself in this position where he's coming off a 9-month plus layoff in between his fights, which isn't the best. I wouldn't say it's the best for a fighter to have so many breaks of dry spells of inactivity in between. So I don't know what's going to be next. There also is news that Terrence Crawford, who got ordered, Sebastian Fundora got ordered to fight Terrence Crawford, and then they were supposed to go to a purse bid. Brand new information came out that they have requested a 10-day extension. So I'm going to be paying attention. Of course, I will report on the outcome, but Terrence Crawford and Sebastian Fundora is a fight that got ordered. So we'll see if Terrence Crawford is able to get in there and secure a deal with Sebastian Fundora, or if it'll be a guy like Errol Spence. Again, for Errol, great fighter. It is a dangerous fight given the inactivity. And anytime a fighter loses and loses bad, I think you got to watch their next fight just to see how they look. Some people, they check out almost when that happens. Other people like Manny Pacquiao, he's been knocked out several times and he was able to bounce back almost as if nothing happened. So Errol Spence, unfamiliar, uncharted territory as a pro. He's been doing great things, unified all the belts, and he got to the final one to become undisputed, and he came up short by a lot. So I will keep you guys posted. Let me know what you think. What should be next for Errol Spence? Do you like the Fundora fight, or do you want to see him take more of a tune-up given his circumstance, car accident, injuries, long layoffs, etc.? Again, I will keep you guys posted, the latest and greatest. Check out some of the other content on the channel.